You ready? Is it recording? Okay.
This is an MB13 production.
So today for this unit, I am using a 613 10-inch lace front wig from my collection. The colors that I've used are sky blue, baby blue, jade, and sweet mint. And I wanted to make the roots on this unit darker than the rest of the hair. So I'll be taking a dye brush and I'll be taking baby blue and going in on the roots to make them darker. So when doing the roots, I usually use a small toothbrush that I have to do the roots with, but I couldn't find it. So I'll be using a small dye brush I purchased from my local beauty supply store. Now I'm just taking a comb and I'm brushing all of the hairs away from the lace so that way it'd be easier to not get color onto the lace. So when doing the roots, I brush in a downwards motion so that way it's easier for me to not get any dye onto the lace. So as long as I'm brushing down and away from the lace will always be clear and free from any dye. There is no specific way that you have to do the roots. I usually just do it until I get it to my liking. But me personally, I know I don't like blunt roots. So when I do my roots, I make sure that all the lines are uneven because I like a more smooth transition from the dark color to the light color. Since there is no specific way that you do have to do the roots, if you do like your roots to be more blunt and cross, skip the step of me making mine uneven and do your roots till you get them how you want them. So I won't be doing the whole head with dark roots because only the front section is what would be showing. So I will start doing small parts just so that way you can part the hair anywhere in the front and it'll still be dark roots. So I will continue doing the same method throughout the whole process of me doing the roots until I am satisfied with how they look. As you can see here, this is when I begin to start parting in different sections. So now that I am done with the roots, it is time for the watercoloring. I will be taking Jade as the first color and I'll be putting into this bin. I'm using 3 different bins because it's easier and it's quicker for me to do it this way instead of using only one. When watercoloring, your water does not have to be boiling hot. You don't have to boil your water in order for this method to succeed. I just ran the hot water under my sink and did it that way. Now I will be taking Sweet Mint and I will be using this one into the second bin. When mixing the color into the water, you want to try your best to get all the chunks out. You don't want any chunks of color left into the bin. So keep mixing it until you can get the water as clear as you can get it. So the last color I'll be going in with is Sky Blue, and I will be adding this color into the last bowl of water. So now that I've finished adding all the color, I'll be taking the wig from the top half and I'll be dipping it, starting at the roots, into the bowl with Sky Blue in it. I will pull the wig in and out of the bowl in an upwards and downwards motion just to get the color distributed evenly throughout the hair. Since I'm satisfied with how this looked, I began to dip the rest of the hair into the mint green so it would go from sky blue to mint green. Eventually, the hair will begin to soak up all of the color, so I went back and added the rest of Sweet Mint into the water. So once I was satisfied with the way the mint green color was coming out, I began to take the ends of the hair and I dipped it in the bucket with Jade in it, but the color wasn't coming up how I wanted to, so I took Sky Blue and I began to put it onto the ends of the hair, and then I took the dye brush to blend the color in. But it still wasn't as dark as I wanted, so as y'all will see later in the video, I will go in and dip it back into the other bin with Sky Blue in it. So I guess I still wasn't satisfied with how the ends looked. I wanted it a little darker than it was. So I took baby blue and I added it to the bowl with Sky Blue in it just to make the ends a little darker. Then I was satisfied with how the ends were. The water does not tint the lace at all, so the lace is still very clear. And now that I'm finished, this is the wig after I styled it.